What inspired you to start sharing your daily life with the world?
I think it's just about being honest and vulnerable. I try to share my real thoughts and feelings, even if it's uncomfortable.
You're also a successful entrepreneur, having co-founded the social media app Beam.
I wanted to create a platform that encouraged authenticity and transparency.
Welcome to Podcast with Jasmine. I'm your host, Jasmine. Today, we have the incredibly talented Casey Neistat joining us. Welcome to the show, Casey.
Thanks for having me, Jasmine.
Casey, you've had an amazing career from filmmaking to YouTube and beyond. What inspired you to start creating content in the first place?
Growing up, I was always fascinated by filmmaking. I started making short films as a kid, and it just evolved from there.
That's awesome. What was your first big break, and how did it shape your career?
My first big break was definitely working with HBO on a documentary series. It was a huge opportunity, and it really helped me develop my skills as a filmmaker.
You're also known for your daily vlogs on YouTube. What inspired you to start sharing your daily life with the world?
I just wanted to experiment with a new format and see what would happen. It ended up being a really fun way to connect with my audience.
Your vlogs are so engaging and authentic. What's the secret to making them so compelling?
I think it's just about being honest and vulnerable. I try to share my real thoughts and feelings, even if it's uncomfortable.
You're also a successful entrepreneur, having co-founded the social media app Beam. What inspired you to create Beam, and what did you learn from the experience?
I wanted to create a platform that encouraged authenticity and transparency. It was a challenging but rewarding experience that taught me a lot about perseverance and adaptability.
That's really interesting. What advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs?
I would say just start creating and experimenting. Don't be afraid to take risks and try new things.
Okay, Casey, it's time for our rapid fire segment. I'll ask you a series of quick questions, and you respond with the first thing that comes to mind.
Sounds like fun.
Favorite camera to shoot with?
Canon EOS 1DX.
Favorite YouTube creator?
Marcus Brownlee.
Favorite way to stay creative?
Taking risks and trying new things.
Favorite advice for aspiring creators?
Just start creating and don't be afraid to fail.
As a filmmaker, what do you think makes a good story?
I think it's all about authenticity and emotional connection. You need to create characters and situations that people can relate to.
Your films often have a very distinct style and aesthetic. What inspires your visual approach?
I'm inspired by a lot of different things, from music videos to documentaries. I just try to create a look that feels true to the story I'm telling.
What's next for you, Casey? Any upcoming projects or collaborations we should look out for?
I've got a few things in the works, but I'm not sure what I can announce just yet. Let's just say I'm excited about the future.
That sounds intriguing. What advice would you give to aspiring creators?
I would say just focus on making things that you're passionate about. Don't worry too much about what other people think.
So, Casey, you're known for your high energy and often unpredictable vlogs. Can you take us behind the scenes and share a particularly crazy or memorable moment from one of your shoots?
Haha, oh man, there are so many stories to choose from. But one time that stands out was when I was filming a vlog in Times Square, and I accidentally got caught up in a giant crowd of people running from a fake spider. It was total chaos.
Ha ha ha, that sounds insane. Thanks for sharing that story, Casey. And to our listeners, thanks for tuning in. If you want to check out Casey's work, you can find him on YouTube, Twitter, and all major social media platforms. Don't forget to follow us for more updates and behind-the-scenes peeks.